Hey skaters, it's Stace here from Next Edge Tutorials, and this lesson today I'm going to be showing you the Mohawk, or otherwise known as the C-step. So even though this step is known as a Mohawk or C-step, to avoid any confusion, for this lesson I'm going to be referring to it as a C-step. Now, what does the C-step look like? Well, let's take a look. It is going to be from a forward inside edge to a back inside edge. Forward inside edge to a back inside edge. And it can be done from a right to a left or a left to a right. Why this turn is so loved by everyone and something that you need, it is the quickest way to get from forwards to backwards. I mean, could you imagine every single time you have to do a 3-turn, a bracket, a rocker, or counter just to get from forwards to backwards? We have this lovely step, the C-step, that will help us transition. And it's fast, and it's easy, and it's also super fun to do. So now that we understand what a C-step looks like, let's move to the barrier and break it down a bit more. So if you're just learning the C-step, I like to start at the barrier to gain confidence and just an understanding of where the feet go. So the first that we're gonna do is a left to a right. We are turning inside of our circle. So I'm gonna start with my left foot in front, my left arm is in front, the right arm is at the barrier. We're gonna bend our knees. I'm gonna push into that left skate. I'm gonna step with that right foot on the inside and turn and hold. So when I do this push off that left foot, I take my right foot and I'm placing it inside my circle just to keep on that inside edge. Now we're gonna go back the other way from our right to our left. So I have my right foot in front, my right arm is in front, my left arm is holding onto the barrier. I'm gonna bend my knee, 1 and 2. And it's just a great way to start getting this knee action going. When I push, I rise, I bend, and then I step. When I bend, it allows me to open my hip a bit more so that I am stepping backwards, because where a lot of you can go wrong when doing the C-step is that you step down with the blade parallel. We need to open it up, and by bending, it opens up so that I can step backwards. So before we continue with this lesson, I want you to click on the link below in the description for your free PDF guide for the 4 turns that we have in figure skating. The 3-turn, the bracket, the counter, and rocker. It's gonna go over inside, outside, forwards, backwards. It's a great insight to all our turns that we have. So give it a click and get to know your turns. Now that we're done at the barrier, it's time to move it off and to try it without the barrier. Now we're gonna be looking at a left to right C-step. I'm gonna focus on putting my left arm in front, right arm back, because my arms are gonna stay inside my circle. We're gonna bend. You're gonna see me rise, bend, and then step. As you can see, I've taken what we did at the barrier, that extra bend, to help me get that step. Another thing that I want to point out is I do put pressure in that left blade before I step. Right here, I'm gonna show you. So I go here, now watch this. Pressure with that bend to make the step easier. I find that it just releases it a bit more so that I'm able to step on that right leg comfortable. That bend is what's giving that pressure. So look at the difference when I don't bend. I go here and I fall on that leg. Using that extra bend puts pressure in the blade. It allows for that step to happen a bit easier. After we make that step, I have this checking in my shoulders. I don't allow it to keep rotating around. It allows me to stay solid over that right leg. So let's take a look one more time. We're gonna focus on that bend, and then we're gonna focus on that check after the turn, after the step. So we're gonna go 1, here's that bend, and check and hold. After I make that step, I feel that left leg stretching and pointing down to the toe. It is not loose. Let's take a look at it one more time. We're gonna go hold. Now here's that bend, step. Beautiful. That's nice and easy. 2 things to focus on that make a beautiful C-step. So we know what a C-step looks like. We went to the barrier, we got comfortable at the barrier, then we took it off the barrier, gave you some things that I want you to remember when doing the C-step. Now it's time to put it in a fun little exercise, so follow me. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go a right, left, step forward, hold. Now, left, right, step forward, hold. Right, left, step forward and hold. And this exercise is just going to go down the ice. It reinforces that bend that I spoke about earlier. We do bend and then we make the step, bend and make the step. So it's just reinforcing the shoulders and that bend for that beautiful C-step. All right, by now you probably have noticed that it is the easiest way to get from backwards to forwards or forwards to backwards with this C-step. Not only do we use it in our skating skills, but we will also use it before jumps. So let's take a look at what jumps I might use this C-step for. All right, now I'm gonna show you a flip jump, and instead of doing a 3-turn, I'm going to do a C-step. So I'm gonna go right to left, single flip. And it's just another way to do a flip jump entry with a beautiful C-step. Now let's take a look at another jump. I'm gonna be showing you the sow cow, and instead of doing a 3-turn, I'm gonna do a C-step. Now let's take a look at the C-step with a sow cow now. So I'm gonna go again, right to left, and sow cow. So as you can see, we use it for an entry into jumps, not only just in our skating skills whenever we turn from forwards to backwards or backwards to forwards. So that is our lesson on the C-step. Now, some things that I want you to remember when trying it on your next practice session is make sure that your arms are inside the circle. They're not moving outside and then whipping around. So we're gonna make sure that our arms are inside. We're gonna use that bend, rise, then re-bend to step and hold. Make sure they stop. And again, they're inside the circle. I do love the C-step because our shoulders really don't have to do anything. They are right there. It's our feet that do the majority of the work. Thanks for watching Next Edge Tutorials, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.